Welcome. My name is Claire Drage and it will be my pleasure to walk you through our first time home buyers program, one of the many programs that Lionshare offers that helps mortgage brokers and agents across the country grow their business, be more effective, work smarter and not harder, and get the volumes and status that you're looking for. Well, I am Claire Drage, the owner of the Lionshare Group. I am an active mortgage broker myself, and I also have a team of actually 30 mortgage agents right now and growing. I'm an industry trainer in the fact that I teach for a number of organizations directly to consumer for real estate investing, as well as obviously the trainer for the Lionshare Group, a company I started for us to get the lion's share of the mortgage market. Now, the reason why I explained to you that I am a licensed mortgage broker and have a team is I really think it's important for you to understand that our programs are written by a broker for mortgage brokers and agents. Nothing worse than having someone telling you that you should buy their programs only to find, one, they're not in Canada, and the individual's never done a mortgage or been a broker before. So I am active. I am ranked in the top 5% of the brokerage I'm with. But the one thing that's important is the Lionshare Group is non-partisan. So our programs are available and Lionshare Group is not connected to any single brokerage. So let's look at our first time home buyer program. On the screen here, you'll see that we have a number of different programs, from lead generation to communication to underwriting and our expert series. We're going to focus on our first time home buyer in our expert series. Now, why first time home buyers? You've probably heard many times, find yourself a niche and position yourself as an expert or specialist in this unique area of financing. In order to do that, there's typically 3 steps. First one is obviously pick a niche market that you'd like to focus on, study and become an expert, this is where we come in, and launch your expert status. This is where we also come in and help you succeed. So the first one was pick a niche. So on the screen are, 20, 30, 40, 50 different niche markets that you could focus on. First time home buyers is the one that we're focused on during this information session. But what does it mean for you to be an expert? What defines you as an expert? Well, I'm sure you'll agree it's about confidence. It's about the ability for you to go out with confidence, knowing you know more than your potential customer. And first time home buyers is a great way of doing this. When I first started as a mortgage agent, this was what I focused on, because I figured that even though I was brand new, I'm sure I knew more about mortgages than my client does. So I'll start with first-time home buyers. We'll provide you with a point-and-click marketing plan, something that's easy for you to use, giving you real clear tactics to get lead generation, subsequently funding mortgages, and repeat business. We'll give you tools that will add value, tools that will educate not just you, but also your customer, tools to expand your business, and communication strategies, techniques, tools, and templates to wow. Wowing your borrowers, you only get one shot to make a good first impression. So let's make sure it is a good one. It's about building, leveraging, and delivering from funding their first mortgage to their mortgage burning party. So of course, one of the benefits with first-time home buyers is, boy, you've got 20 or 30 years of business coming from these individuals. And underwriting for success. I really talk about that in the delivering. You know, when you have a first-time home buyer, it's really important to add value, but the bottom line is you've got to be able to deliver on that mortgage you said they qualified for. So what is the cheapest and easiest source of leads for a brand new or experienced mortgage broker? Well, I think you'll agree that an experienced mortgage agent, we've got more than 2 years. the easiest and cheapest source of referrals is going to be your database. So you've already built a database. If you've been in the industry a couple of years, you must have a couple of hundred leads or potential contacts in your database. This program is going to show you how to mine that database, specifically target demographic marketing for your first-time home buyer. Now, what if you're brand new? You're a newbie into the industry, you've just got your license. Congratulations, but you don't know what you don't know yet. And getting your license is the easy part. Now the rubber hits the road. So of course, the easiest and cheapest source of funds is going to be through contacts and social media. So this first-time homebuyer program is going to show you how to maximize that. Now, of course, the beauty of first-time homebuyers is they are also hooked up. So the best thing with first-time homebuyers, in order for you to be an expert and truly add value, you've got to understand the fears, wants, needs, and desires of your first-time homebuyer. So we talked about picking your niche. Research, 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 research your selected niche. I'm going to outline our program. It's built of 3 key chapters. Chapter 1 is about lead generation. It's about finding your first-time homebuyer. Now, Chapter 2 is about, you've got a first-time homebuyer, now what do you do? It's all about that communication, being able to communicate as an expert, build a relationship, and leverage what makes you different. Then Chapter 3 is all about underwriting and successfully selecting the right lender, getting an approval, and funding. So let's do a demonstration and show you this manual. So what I'm going to do is bring over onto the screen. Let's focus on Chapter 1 first. So here is Chapter 1. So you can already see it's 214 pages long. Now don't get too scared or worried. It's very detailed because it's supposed to be your go-to resource. So first-time home buyers, you'll notice Chapter 1, we explain what they are. Section 2 is about niche marketing. Section 3 is about your marketing plan. Next to Section 4 is about your database. 5, we talk about maximizing default insurance marketing tools, lender marketing tools. How do you go with real estate investors, real estate agents to get more first-time home buyers? YouTube videos. Can you imagine what access you would have if you had 200 or 300 YouTube scripts? We give that to you. We give you Q&As, how-tos, and testimonials. Number 9 is social media, blogs, and articles. 10, website, networking, clubs, power teams, webinars and seminars, lunch and learns, working with mortgage professionals and bank reps, print advertising, flyer drops, benches, etc. So let me see, 24 sections alone on marketing and lead generation. So let's look at some of that content. So first of all, we talk about your niche and we go through why picking first-time home buyers is a great opportunity. Now in this information session, we don't have time to go through all 214 pages, but what I'd like to do is really highlight the key areas. So we've broken down first-time home buyers into 3 key categories. The ones that have a low down payment, so they're default insured, those that have no down payment at all, and then obviously the conventional. But there's actually a 4th category that you can see here on the page, which is future home buyers. These are the individuals that don't qualify right now that you might well be sourcing them for future home ownership. So here we have the marketing plan. On this page, we ask you during the training module to read through each of the items there and tick which ones that you feel 100% comfortable answering. If you feel 100% comfortable and you tick all of these boxes, then you don't need this program. But the whole point here is what we're saying is we're going to teach you everything you need to know in order to target the right type of first-time home buyer. So low down payment. So we're talking about those that have a small down payment, and also cashback, uninsured, and future homeowners. So if you're not familiar with rent to own or credit improvement action plans, then you might well be starting just up with low down payment. You might want to focus on all of these categories. But we're going to give you a specific marketing plan. And during the training modules, you write on this what you want to do, when you're going to do it, and results and your success. So you can see here as I scroll through the pages, of course, this one's blank. So now let's go through each of those sections of that marketing plan. And yes, you've guessed it. We just don't tell you to email your database and tell them you're an expert. We actually give you the script. We give you the script for you to simply cut and paste. Tell your database, your social media contacts, in your newsletter that you are a first-time home buyer expert, and cut and paste parts of this document, which you get a soft copy of, into your newsletter articles. Well, next thing, what about newsletter articles and 10 things to consider before you buy your first home? So we have 24 newsletter articles for you. So many people often say to me, you know, I kind of know what I'm doing with mortgages, but I'm missing content. You know, I'm great at doing mortgages, but I'm not so good at, you know, someone says to me, write a 300, word article for your newsletter. I'm like, this program's for you. We've given you 24 newsletter articles. So we talk about mortgage legislation changes in first-time home buyers, currently renting, waiting till the spring market to purchase. This is a great one to put in your January newsletter. And then we go through the 10 things to consider before you buy your first home, along with mortgage smart tips. So what you're going to do is pick the ones that resonate with you and stagger them. Could this potentially be a 3-year newsletter article marketing strategy? Absolutely. You won't use these all at once. You'll be coming back to the rich content in this program over and over again. So here's 10 things to consider before you buy your first home. My realtors love this. So when you see a document like this in the manual, you receive a soft copy. What you do is you're basically going to cut and paste this onto your own letterhead. Tweak it, change it if you want to. Brand it as your own. Change the order. Do whatever you want with it. Maybe you cut and paste each of these and it becomes a 20-week, social media post. So you can see here it's got lots of great information, especially things like buy new construction or an existing home, the pros and cons. So let's look at email updates with the mortgage landscape. We've provided you with 16 mortgage smart tips. These I actually have printed double-sided on my own letterhead and actually laminated them. And I have them with me all the time. What I also do is, clip a bunch of them together I put a hole through them and then thread them through a keychain that has a house on it, and actually give it to my realtors for them to have in their open houses. Not to give out, but it's all about things like mortgage term. What does it mean? Amortization, different types of products, rates and interest costs, payment frequency, privileges, penalties, portability, assumability. So someone says to me, is my mortgage portable? What does that mean? Obviously, I'll chat with them. I'll say, I'll also send you an article I've written about all the options on portability. And I'll just have this mortgage smart tip on one page as a PDF and email it and tell them, feel free to share. So you can see here as you go through this, there is a lot of detail. What I'd like to do now is we talk about things that you can give to your realtors. So here is the actual first-time home buyer package. We've got home buyer incentives, why use an agent, a pre-approval, application, moving checklists, Purchase Plus improvements, recommending using some of the CMHC guidelines. And then let's look at those YouTube videos. So we walk you through how to open a YouTube account, how to have your own channel. And then I talked about those scripts. We walk you through how to set it up, but we also give them to you. So these are all the topics we have. So what we do is we give you a dozen of them with the course content. And then when you've used those, you simply pick the ones you want and you email us and we'll send you the rest. The reason being, I guarantee if I sent you 300 scripts, you're not going to use them. What I'd rather see is you actually use them. Be the mortgage agent that's going to ask me once a month for 10 more and actually use them. So here's what the YouTube scripts look like. We give you the exact script, so all you have to read it out, as well as the approximate time it takes to read that script out. So like you can see here, so much detail. And of course, all your posts and websites, there's so much here you can do, as well as networking, understanding your infomercial. Now imagine, I'm only on page 79. So when you look at this, there is so much material. We talked about power teams, but also doing webinars. Here is the 9 steps, the webinar planner. Then also we give you even PowerPoint presentations. So there are 8 PowerPoint presentations already written on this subject matter. So what happens is when you pick your subject, we give you all the email templates for invitations and follow-up for every single PowerPoint presentation. And then what you've got here is, I want to just get to the actual PowerPoint. Here is the PowerPoint presentation. You just have to put your personal letterhead on it. And as you walk through, you can see they're very detailed. You can customize and tweak them, limit some of the words once you're comfortable. But these are presentations already done for you. How long would it take you to write a 20-slide PowerPoint presentation specifically on certain subject matter? So when we zoom in here, budget planning, step-by-step, credit scores, first-time home buyer incentives, different mortgages, fixer-upper and renovations, and homeowner action plans. I'll guarantee you the cost of this program will take not only years of you writing this yourself, but it will also increase your business overnight. So we're only halfway through. If you're already impressed with what you've seen in the first half of this first chapter, then you'll love the second half of that chapter. But let's move on to communication. Okay, so now you have a client. Now what do you do next? This is chapter 2, where we walk you through everything you need to do to keep that client. So I want to just bring on the screen. Here is the first-time homebuyer pre-approval process flowchart. Each of these little boxes, we give you a script, a template to complete. Again, phase 1 is about you building and leveraging what makes you different. When they actually have a live deal and a property in mind, it's now about delivering what you promised. And then, of course, after closing is about retaining that client. Now, one thing that's really important is when we look at the templates, we have templates to send to you. The lead tracking tool you can purchase as an add-on. But here are the email templates breaking down everything about first-time home buyers, walking you through each paragraph on why they're written a certain way, giving you those tools to send to your client. Now, what happens when a client fills in an application and now you want to send them their options? What I'm going to do now is show you the Dropbox folder. So what we have here is the Dropbox folder and program that you will be emailed. So I'm going to pick British Columbia, and on the screen here, you'll notice that there is a series of templates that you receive. So let's open up the options template for you to send out for someone that's looking for a 5% down mortgage. Now they're quite detailed, but you just fill in the blanks. what I want to show you is how powerful it is when it comes to calculating things like your closing costs. So you've taken an application and decided that the maximum this client qualifies for is 600,000. Well, we're in BC after all. So here is a Word document. I double click. Whoops. Hold on. I've got too much open right now. So my Excel is open. Bear with me 1 second as I just shut down some of my stuff. Okay, whoops. Bear with me 1 second. So basically what happens is when you double click that box, a embedded Excel spreadsheet will actually open. And what happens? There you go. I had too many Excel spreadsheets open, so it was having a challenge. So I double clicked, I put in 600,000 and watch the numbers change. It's automatically calculating for me my down payment, legal fees, property tax, and BC land transfer tax. I click outside, I'm done. And now on the budget, maybe their budget was, 550,000. Again, same thing. And oh dear, I made a mistake. I put 60 instead of 600. Easy fix. There's another zero. Click out, done. So can you see how quickly it is to fill these in? But what about giving them mortgage options? Okay, double click. Purchase price was 600,000. Putting 5% down. Already calculating my default insurance, but oh, hold on, it was 10%. No worries, change it, done. Put in your current interest rates. Click outside, already done. So the beauty of this is this template's got everything in it for you, including all your mortgage calculations, making it so much easier when you need to present the client with their options. So that's chapter 2, everything you need to effectively communicate, even sign up, everything you could possibly need. Well, now what about underwriting? So now you want to underwrite that client. So let's bring up the underwriting chapter, chapter 3. So what are we at? 500, 600, 700 pages of value already. So here we're going to walk through taking a completed application, the different types of income that may be used, things like troubleshooting, understanding a bit better about the default insurer's guidelines. We also have a GDS and TDS calculator, walk you through things like mortgage fraud that you might well be familiar with. But when we talk about taking an application, here we walk through how to fill in one properly and help mitigate any concerns at all, asking key questions and also secondary questions. Things like if they have children, how old are they? If they're self-employed, do we have T1 generals and NOAs? What a lot of people like with this particular program is things like the ability to have a GDS and TDS troubleshooting. So we give you everything you need to effectively communicate both through Filogix or MoreWeb or through manual submissions, giving you every template you need to master the expert status that you deserve for first-time homebuyers. So how do you order and what do you get when you buy our programs? Well, if you email us, we'll send you an order form. Complete the order form and you can pay in full, or we have a very affordable payment plan. You can have access to the program right now. You'll receive a complete training manual in the mail in binder format, so that you've got something tactile that you can go through at your leisure. You'll also have access to recorded training modules immediately, broken down into each section of the manual, so we can walk you through how to not only use the program, but maximize it. Now, during those training modules, I don't just read the manual. You can do that. I'm going to enhance your learning experience by telling you how to maximize the content that you've received. You can attend live webinars to further enhance your learning experience with Q&A and live help on your deals. And maybe you need even more training. We do offer live workshops periodically in your area, and there is a nominal additional fee for you to attend that workshop. We decided to make sure that the programs were as affordable as possible. Not everyone wants to wait to get the program until we're in your area. We can't possibly cover every city in Canada for every program that we purchased. I'd need 100 of me in order to do that. So what we've done is provided with the complete training modules pre-recorded that you have unlimited access to. And then should you want to attend a live workshop, there's a nominal fee for that. We don't believe in charging you for something you're not going to use. So some of you might be thinking, awesome, Claire, love it. You're still watching the information session, which is fantastic. But come on, give it to me. How much? This program is $11.49 plus tax and shipping, and that includes all of the training modules. If you're already a member of ours and you've bought one program, you'll receive an additional 10% off. Now, what about payment plan options? We recognize that sometimes you might having a cash flow or brand new to the industry. You might need a payment plan. So how about 2 interest-free installments or even breaking it over 10 months? So here's what you can get. The entire program, the minute you make your first installment, you have access to it immediately. I'll guarantee you, if you implement just 10% of the program, you will have a deal already in your pipeline as a result of that before your second installment. Of course, if you do want that optional upgrade to attend a live workshop when you're in your area, then there is the extra nominal charge. Now, our programs are a one-off cost. So there's no ongoing fee other than we charge an annual fee of $99, and you don't pay that until you've had the program for at least a year. And that annual fee is going to cover you constantly getting updates at no extra cost and enhancements to the program you've purchased. We can provide group discounts and customized training for brokerages. You can pay with your lender points, credit card, Visa, MasterCard. So the key thing here, what I've created, is it rocket science? No. Could you create this yourself? Well, yes. But the question is, will you? Or have you? Some of you might be thinking, you know what, I've been meaning to do something like this. Well, you know what, you can go away and I guarantee it'll take you at least 6 months to write this entire program. Took me a bit longer than that, but you've got some ideas on structure. Why wait that long to see your business grow? Isn't our program less than the cost of a deal? So one deal can give you a lifetime, a career lifetime, and those that buy your business from you are value. You will double, triple, or even quadruple your volumes as a result of our programs. So I'd like to take this chance to thank you for taking the time to watch this information session. Please email Claire at Lionshare Group if you have any questions and you'd like to place your order right now. Maybe you'd like to book a pro bono consultation. My personal thank you to you is a 10-minute pro bono consultation with me personally. Let's chat about your needs, where you're at in your mortgage career. Let's see if this program is the right one for you, or maybe it could be one of our other many programs. The Lionshare Group is about you getting the lion's share of the mortgage market. You've already realized it's easy to get licensed. It's what you do that's different afterwards that's going to set you apart. Get loyal clients. Those first-time home buyers, we have large market share, but we could have a lot more. It's time that you got the lion's share of the mortgage market. So don't delay. Email me now. Purchase the program or book that pro bono consultation. And we certainly look forward to hearing from you very, very soon.